Zoom in. He's right up there. Go on. That'd be great.
Are you okay? Good boy, Ryder!
All right.
Good boy, Ryder!
Wow.
Come here! Come here! That's your good boy! Come here, you good boy! That's your good boy! Good boy, Ryder! Good boy! He's a happy boy! Good boy!
We are here with Lieutenant Young and Corporal Cleve from the Davidson County Sheriff's Department
Canine Valor.
and Canine Bella.
Valor.
V-A-L-O-R, Valor.
Valor. I apologize.
That's fine.
We are here to talk about the silver and missing children Amber Alerts. We are here with Lieutenant Young with the Davidson County Sheriff's Department and Corporal Cleve and Canine Valor. Lieutenant Young, what are the requirements of issuing a silver and amber alert?
Okay, the silver alert, but it's minimal requirements, and that is just simply the person suffers from dementia or a cognitive impairment and is missing, has gone missing, and is reported to law enforcement.
And how old is Canine Valor?
6.5.
6.5, and what kind is she?
He is a Belgian Malinois.
What would somebody do if they expect their family member or a loved one that is missing or abducted?
Well, the first thing they need to do is contact local law enforcement. Okay. After local law enforcement is notified, then we'll start our protocols. Okay. Depending upon the situation, if it's a child, we have unlimited resources, rescue squads, fire departments, SWAT teams, numerous personnel to call out. But the main thing is we want to have someone there at the home who, when we get there, can provide us all the information we need. What they were wearing, what they look like, who the friends are, a current photo. We got to have a current photo.
That's the most important thing.
Current photo, yeah, it does help. It does help.
Who issues the silver and amber alerts?
The North Carolina Center for Missing Person is the end result on that. We do all of our notifications to them, and then they will see if it meets the requirements of what they're looking for.
Is there a time frame that is most important of finding the missing person?
Well, there are several of them. In the search and rescue world, as you've discussed earlier, is that golden hour. Okay, in the search and rescue world, that is, you've got the home place normally where the child is missing from, or wherever the child is missing from. The golden hour, time away from that is separation from that, harder to find. So the leads are hotter, the trail is hotter, information is better in that first quick bam. But what concerns us as law enforcement is 48-hour mark. Because the 48-hour mark, if the child person is not found in 48 hours, then the odds of finding that child safely, that person safely, diminishes greatly. So, the golden hour, yeah, we're all hardcore throwing everything we've got at it, but after that 48 is when it really starts bothering us.
And how often have y'all been out on a missing person search?
Missing person search, that's pretty common.
In today's
yeah, and luckily most of that is a hot-headed teenager who gets mad at mom and dad. I'm gone, and they walk off. And Valor's got, I don't know, 10, 12 captures or fines like that. So, we take them all seriously. But the silver alert and amber alert, the silver alert been around since 2007, and that's, it could be a 65-year-old person, or it could be a 14-year-old person, depending on everything going on, because if it goes to the cognitive state of the person, it goes to that. Now the silver, or the amber alert, that doesn't happen much. Last year, or this year, so far this year, the North Carolina Center for Missing Persons has only issued 5.
That's good.
Well, that's good, but us as law enforcement have submitted 33. And the reason that those 28 did not get is that there just wasn't ample information, because with that, in order for it to go on the news station, in order for it to go on the billboards on the highway, and what's got to happen is, basically you've got to, the person's got to be under the age of 17. They've got to be abducted and in danger, and it can be by parent, a strange parent most of the time if it's in danger. But if we don't have John Doe information to give, we don't have vehicle information to give, it's not posted, because what's the point in disseminating the information if all we can say is, I need you to look out for 3-year-old, Sally Smith, and there's nothing to go on. So they're really tight. The Center for Missing Persons are really tight on that information. So we have a packet of information that we have to fill out before we contact the Center for Missing Persons. It's a rigid worksheet on our behalf, but it slows down a little bit. But instead of getting it here on local channels, it gets it everywhere statewide.
Right.
So it's really a good thing.
Now, with your canines, they are trained in mostly for what? For tracking or trailing, or?
All of our dogs, except for one of them, 3, are dual purpose. We have 4 patrol dogs. They're on shift 24 hours a day. Just like Valor here, they're dual purpose. They're narcotics, they're aggression, and they're tracking, trailing. So anything that comes up, we've got it handled 24/7.
And they're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, and we have a bloodhound that I handle. I've aged out of all this. I've done it for 25 years. I've aged out. So
how is that possible when you're only 18?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I've got a bloodhound. These here are you saw them trailing down here, casting side to side, side to side. That's in the odor, out of the odor, but working great. And you saw the end result here. Mine is a super slow, methodical pace, and I'm scent specific. I get to the house, I get the pillowcase with the pajamas in it, and I let my bloodhound smell it, and we go step by step by step. So, but I gotta say, I don't get worked much because our dogs are really good. So
now, Corporal, I see you have a different kind of harness.
Yes, sir.
Would you call it?
This is just a standard tracking harness that we use.
we went to this because back probably 16, 17 years ago, my Malinois barbed wire fence just ripped his chest all up on the trail. So they've got that, and we use it.
And by using this also, it takes the pressure off of the neck. Because with the standard collar that he has on now, it's the correction collar. This focals the pressure right here on the back and disperses the weight evenly across the front when he's pulling on me. Actually, you saw how he led the way.
Right.
Now, how fast do they actually run?
On a track or just general?
Just general.
30 miles an hour,
Yeah.
I would say at least. And they're quick.
Do you always keep them on the lead when you're
Yes.
tracking? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, even when we're going through the thickest of briars and brush, you got to keep him on the lead because we don't want him to get away, get hit by a vehicle or something. Because when they're in work mode, he's not going to stop.
Okay.
He's gorgeous.
How
Very
long?
expensive dogs.
How long does it take to train them?
Well, luckily, financially, you're right. It is a big cost. But we have a vendor who gets them right now from Slovakia, untrained, and they've luckily the department sent me to school to train them, so we saved quite a bit of money on that part of it. I get them untrained and I train them. So
Green dogs.
green dog, yeah.
But how long does it take to train them?
Well, we normally have a 12-week program with the handler and the dog, and then it's just a every week thing. So every week training scenario.
Okay.
The dog never stop training. But give me a green dog and give me 12 weeks, and they're ready for patrol.
And in the 12 weeks, you say they're ready for patrol, meaning as in?
A state or departmentally and nationally certified working police dog team.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So we've had them. We've had the dogs here in Davidson County since 91. There was a big incident, so we decided at that point we needed to get some dogs. So.
And they can track in any type of weather?
Yes, ma'am.
Snow?
Just like U.S. Postal Service.
All right.
Snow's the best.
Snow's the best.
And why is that, Corporal?
Yeah, it's just easier. You can read the terrain better. You know, there's usually a,
Plus,
a
you can see
mark
where
here
the
or
bad
there.
guy went.
There's a footprint here and there. It helps.
And if anybody has any questions on a silver or amber alert, they can call their local police department, sheriff's department, missing person center.
Right, and that's where, like I said earlier, that's where it all needs to start, because we are the contact for the North Carolina Center for Missing People, and they have to go through us before they will even validate a concern. So we just gotta, like I said, I can speak for all three of us here. The primary reason we're in this is for the young and for the elderly, and this follows right. This follows suit with the silver and the amber alert. So you're not going to find any one of us in any agency across the state that don't take it very seriously.
And that is a very serious matter in today's society with missing and abducted persons.
Very much so. I mean, your child, my child, anybody's child. No one wants to see, in any circumstance, no one wants to see a child in danger, or your grandmother, your grandfather. So yes, it's very serious.
I want to thank Lieutenant Young and Corporal Cleve and his canine partner with the Davidson County Sheriff's Department of North Carolina for doing a demonstration and interview with us. And if anybody has any questions, contact your local Sheriff's Department or Police Department.